Think you're too young to make money? Let me share with you a young girl at a very tender age making up to 1 million naira every month. I don't want you to buy anything from me. I just want you to share in the testimony with her. Just watch the video and enjoy the testimony and she share her experience, how she struggled in the city of Lagos when she started, and how it turns about that she is able to make up to 1 million naira in a month. Just watch this video with me.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much, sir, for this amazing opportunity. One thing I'm just going to say is, number one, I'm elated about this, the experience, the thought of it, and finally, I'm here telling my story. You know, one thing I would always say is, if I decide to take any part of this glory, it wouldn't make any sense. Because at the end of the day, I can't boast in my ability, neither would I say that I did this myself. It was actually God. It was God. Now, you see, I was just that young girl with very big dreams, had big dreams. I felt like with family background and all, was I going to achieve it? Based on that, no. But then I was just a very intelligent person, very intelligent and smart. Matter of fact, I didn't read while in school. I didn't read for WAEC. I didn't read for junior WAEC. I didn't read for JAM. So it was just that way for me. I wasn't the one that would carry my book. And in JAM, I scored over 200 and it is something and all. So you see, with this confidence, I just felt like everything was just going to make sense. Life was going to make sense. I didn't care whatever was going to happen because everything made sense for me compared to my siblings. But then you see, I came out and I realized there was this connection thing which I didn't have. And little by little, I started settling. I started settling for things I didn't want to do, things I never imagined I was going to do based on jobs and all of that. And it didn't make any sense. But then someone showed me this opportunity, a friend of mine then. He showed me this opportunity and I keyed into it. Yes, I went for it. I had not even made money, but I decided to quit my job and, focus on the business and just, quit my job, went for it and all. I don't think I even had one sign up then. But then what made me sign up into this business? Because the first time I spoke to Ambassador Michael Okoli, I told him that I wasn't quitting my job because of the money, because I had not made any money then. But then I quit my job because finally I could dream. I could finally close my eyes and open my eyes. And I'm seeing myself achieving things that over time, it felt like it was not going to be possible again. So I quit my job because of a dream that even if it wasn't there, but a dream that I knew I was going to achieve. But then, in the course of the business, it wasn't really that way. But then I'm just grateful to God that when I signed up, I told myself that I don't care how it's going to be. Because my why is not really about me. My why is for my mom. My why is for my dad. My why is not, the good things, yes, I like, but it wasn't really about me. So I told myself that I'm not going to quit. No matter how hard it is, no matter how it is, that the last thing you would hear from my mouth is, I want to quit this business. That was what I told myself. So the journey began and it wasn't so cool at some points. But then there is this thing that they say that the moment you realize that nobody is going to come and save you, you're going to stand up. Now, I decided there was the whole Ikeja, the entrepreneur mentorship movement to Lagos. And I made a decision. It was a spur of the moment decision. Because I sat down and I told myself that, okay, this is it. This is what I've been doing all this while. Why not just set yourself up? Why not just do something? Just set yourself up. I remember that night I texted Ambassador Michael Okoli and I told him that, boss, I want to go to Lagos. And the question was like, wow, from where? Because I didn't see it coming, neither did he see it coming. But then I just made that decision. The next morning when the news got out that, okay, I was going to come to Lagos, move to Lagos and all, it was Favi. She asked me a question that morning in Abuja. She was like, Madeline, where did this decision come from? Why did you make this decision? I told her something that day that I set myself up, that at this point, I'm at the cliff. I'm at the edge of the cliff and I'm jumping. That I decided to jump. Now, I didn't jump with my parachutes open or a certainty of parachutes. And I told her that as I'm jumping, I feel like two things is going to happen. It's either I fall down and die, or God is just going to stretch out his hands and help me. That was what I told her. So you see, that was the decision. I didn't have a place to stay. I didn't have anything figured out. I didn't even know there was going to be an Ikeja hub. I didn't know there was going to be all these organizations. And like, I didn't think everything was organized. I thought I was just going to carry my laptop. And then I'm going through the streets of Lagos, signing up people. That was my thought sincerely. But then I can't talk about my success story without mentioning Ambassador Oyin Ike. I can't. I can't talk about my success story because I remember that everybody came in before me because I'd not figured out transport, what to do, where to stay, and all of that. It took me about 1 week and a few days before I got to Lagos. And that day, when I got to Lagos, I just carried my bag, just kept it in the hub like a refugee. And then she said, it's time for questionnaire because they had started preparing for questionnaire. She said, go for questionnaire. I didn't sit down. This was me coming, like getting into Lagos, and I just collected questionnaire. And I was out for questionnaire. I go back that day by 5 p.m. I was tired. But then one thing I was sure of was that I don't know how it's going to be, but I just know that I've jumped off this cliff. Anything that wants to happen should just happen. I'd set myself up. Whatever was going to happen was going to happen. But then one day was actually the turning point for me, and I would never forget this day. I was looking at a mirror, and Ambassador Oyin was close to me that day, and she said something. Someone was talking, and someone said, oh, my time. It's my, when God says it's your time. And she asked me, Madeline, do you believe that? Do you believe that when there is a time that God sets? And I said, yeah, no. I just said no, not because I believed in it, but that was it. Then she turned and told me, she said, no, I believe every time is my time. I believe that if I want to achieve anything good can come to me today, why have it tomorrow when I would have it today? And to me, that was just it. That was the turning point for me. Immediately, my mindset changed. I decided to tell myself that it is my time. I can't have it today. Why would I have it today when I can have it why would I have it tomorrow when I can have it today? Why would I wish for, oh, when God decides to, or, okay, this is it when I can have it today? Immediately, that was a different mindset for me. I committed to the activities. I told myself, whatsoever it is, I'm going to get this done. I mean, the first time we had an event, I had 21 people in the hall. Nobody made payments, but I wasn't even perturbed. I wasn't perturbed. Every single day I had people in the hall and nobody makes payments. This is something she would always say, that go call forth your leaders. I think it's only Bessie Tom that would know when. Most times I walk around. I just walk towards the streets, like towards the road. And I'm telling myself that I didn't come to Lagos, God, for anything. You're going to show me. I'm calling forth my leaders. I don't know where you are, from the north, from the south, from the east to the west. I'm calling you guys forth. So maybe any of you that signed up into my team within this period of time, I'm just telling you that you didn't sign up to you just didn't sign up. God single-handedly picked you because there is something great and mighty God is going to do with you. And that was it. I was just calling them forth, and all I was committed to the activities. At this point, I want to thank Dr. Abraham Achadu. So I thank you for your impact. I mean, Dr. Abraham Achadu was one who made me say that, okay, Madeline, it's just about the activities, and I committed to the activities. I told myself that I was going to do 100 questionnaires a day, 50 bookings a day, and all of that. Did I get it done? No, I didn't even get 100 most times, but I stretched myself. When others were doing 10, I wasn't bothered about it. It was hot. I mean, it wasn't funny. I got dark, but I didn't care. I was doing the questionnaires, doing every single thing, making the calls, doing everything. And at the end of the day, this is me standing in front of each and every one of you. But then, was this by my fault? No, the password was just being grateful to God. Because for every one single milestone, for every one single person that signed up in my team, I was grateful to God. If I had people I booked and I booked people and then one person attended, I would be grateful to God as though that was just everything God did. Most people will say, oh, God did it. And then I'm like, okay, yes, God did it. But I'm standing to tell you all that the password is just to thank God for every one single thing he did. At the end of the day, I mean, it's just 1 month in Lagos without knowing anybody. I don't know anybody. I didn't even know anybody when I came to Lagos. But God single-handedly picked certain people that he's going to do amazing things with. I came into Lagos, and without knowing anybody, in my first month, I made ₦1 million. I mean, who else would have done this if not for God who gives the increase? Because at the end of the day, I take all glory back to him. I left my comfort zone. I left my house. I left everything. And I didn't even mind, sincerely, I don't even mind whatever it is. I said I was going to do this by God. And God sent the people that he was going to use to do this. I want to thank my parents. I mean, I thank you all. I thank you. I thank you both for everything. My siblings, Pauline, Richard, Albert. I thank you all so much. I mean, for everything, for your sacrifices and all. I want to thank my friends. I want to thank Glory, Jennifer, Favor, Arita, Bessie, Fabi, Peace, Jennifer, you all. I mean, every single one of you, to my hub mates. I mean, it's just amazing working with each and every one of you. Is it the love? Is it the fact that the division of Ikeja Hub is so much around us that we don't even care how it is? All we just need to know is that our hub anchor has said this is it, and what we just need to say is yes, man, and we are running with the speed of light. With the speed of light.
Congratulations, Medley.
Thank you all so
Congratulations.
much to Ohike, to Ambassador Tina Kenechukwu, my leader, to Ambassador Ohike. I really appreciate you so much, ma. And finally, thank you so much to Ambassador Michael Okoli, boss. I can't even, the thank you I'm even going to say is just way too much. Thank you for the sacrifices. Thank you for not even quitting upon on this business when it wasn't easy for you.
Congratulations. Sorry, I have to cut you short here. Sorry, I have to cut you short. We're going to give, you see, there are some people, you need to hear the full story. By God's grace, in the future, we're going to give them more time. And make sure you don't miss out on being a Kingsman, because these are some of the things you're going to hear the full-blown story in meetings like the immersion that is coming up. I'm sure, make sure you're a Kingsman, because on the 24th of June, the Entrepreneur Mentor and our visionary president is going to be announcing the date of the mid-year event, okay? So at such places, you get to hear the full story and what people had to go through, the things they had to do to be able to emerge. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. In just about a month after making that decision, you see, there's something Steve Harvey said, success is an uncomfortable decision. And you will never have the life that God has for you until you take that chance, until you take that risk, until you make that decision. And I love what she said. The password is gratitude. That's why I love that. Appreciate your mentors. I recall one month I didn't hit my target and I was complaining. I was not happy. Ambassador Mike asked me, how much did you make? It was 7 figures. It was even, I think, above 3 million. But I was like, I was not happy. I was sad. And he laughed. He said, you better be grateful in season and out of season. He asked me, how many people? How many of your peers? How many people do you know that earn that kind of income? I want to tell you here, see, even if you've invited 100 people, they sat in the meeting room and they did not sign up. I love what she said. She said the password is gratitude. Thank God. Thank God that you were even able to invite them. Thank God that they even showed up. Just thank God for everything. You wake up, thank God for this opportunity. Thank God for life. Have the heart of gratitude. If you got value from her story, go to the chat room and type gratitude. Go to the chat room and type gratitude. While you're doing that, I want